Khash Saghafi, Liberty Home Mortgage. And if you are a loan officer, pay attention. If you are a loan officer, pay attention, okay? This video is on debt to income ratio and income calculations. You have to pay attention to this. This is important, okay? If you're just a normal person out there watching, wanting to hear about debt to income ratio and how we calculate this stuff, pay attention to this stuff here, okay? So, I always talk about my videos. You got to watch these videos. I got a lot of different ones out there. Income, when it comes to income, there's something that we calculate called debt to income ratio. Debt to income ratio determines how big of a loan I can give you. You could have perfect credit. You could have all the money in the bank. If you have no job and no income at all, you're not going to get a loan, okay? So the question becomes, what does your job time, job history, where does that all play in? Well, it starts with debt to income ratio. And right now, today, briefly, I'm going to talk about using income and calculating out income, especially when it comes to variable income, overtime, bonuses, and commissions. First thing I want to show you is this. There's a couple of sayings I want you to burn into your mind, okay? It starts with this one. Let me write this down. Okay, to every loan officer watching me, burn that statement into your brain, okay? Always take the most conservative approach to calculating income that you can take. Always take the most conservative approach to calculating income when you're doing a loan. I have had loan officers tell me, Khash, I don't really worry about the income because the underwriter changes it anyway. The underwriter changes it because you don't know how to calculate it, okay? There's formulas to this stuff. Calculate it up front, you'll save yourself headaches later. If you really want to be a mortgage expert, a mortgage professional as a loan officer, you have to learn this stuff yourself. And that's what I've trained people on. That's what I've done with myself for over 20 years of doing this job, which is why I am where I am doing what I do. Step one, always take the most conservative approach to calculating income. What does that mean? Let me write this down. Now, mind you, I've got to get rid of that to get a little more board space here, okay? But watch, I'm going to write. Okay, here we go, okay? Now I have all of this written down. Again, keep in mind, this isn't a 3-hour video, okay? So let's go with the statement, always take the most conservative approach to calculating income. So for everybody watching me, this is somebody's income, right? Okay, how do we analyze it? First of all, actually, let me finish this with this. Okay, now this is super important. This is very, very important, okay? This is how I was taught to do it over 20 years ago, okay? Take the biggest number of income, for example, 71,000. Actually, let me do this. Take the $71,000. That's last year's income in 2022. It's 2023. This video will be on in the year 2030. Hopefully it'll still be out there. So as of right now, the most previous year is 2022. I was taught years ago, just take the biggest number from the last year, divide it by 12, there's your income. That's what I was taught years ago. Take the 71 grand, divide it by 12, it's about 6 grand a month. There's your income, use $6,000. Here's the problem with that, and for every loan officer, pay attention to me. You have to itemize out the income and treat all income individually because each stream of income is not necessarily usable, okay? Watch this one. The base, this person's paid a salary. They were paid a salary of 30 grand in 21. They got a pay raise to 40 grand in 22. Their year to date is $36,000 through the first 6 months of the year. That's 6 grand a month. They got a pay raise to a $72,000 salary. So their salary is 72 grand, okay? But watch this one. Overtime. Overtime went from 20,000 to 15 to 10. I shouldn't say to 10 actually, because this is through June 30th. You know what? I'm gonna make a correction. We're back. Overtime, 20,000 to 15,000. Year to date's 3,000. That means they're on pace for 6,000. So the pace, they're pacing for 6,000, okay? Watch this one, everybody. Overtime is going from 20 to 15 to 3. Watch this. Can't use it. Don't use that income. Do not use overtime, which, by the way, 15 of their 71 in 2022 was overtime. We just waved bye-bye to that, okay? So 71 just became $56,000. $56,000, this 6,000 just became 5,500. Okay, so pay attention to this. So now this is gone. That's now $5,500. Okay, now watch this one. Bonus. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to correct some of these numbers. That's better, okay? Bonus went from 5,000 to 2,000 to 0. Can't use bonus. Get rid of that. Commission went from 12 to 11 to 10. It's going down, but it's somewhat consistent, okay? Remember this one, everybody. Always take the most conservative approach. That's why I'm wearing my John Denver t-shirt for 2 reasons. By the way, the best concert I was ever at was John Denver, Nautica Stage, Cleveland, Ohio, the rock and roll capital of the world. Best concert I was ever at. I was lucky enough to see John Denver, okay? The craziest concert I was ever at, Ozzy Osbourne, Oklahoma City Fairgrounds, August of 1993. 100-degree, oh, that was crazy. Alice in Chains opened. They were touring on their dirt tour, as a matter of fact. Anyways, so we're going with John Denver. We're staying conservative, okay? Watch this one. Typically with variable income, overtime is variable. This is variable. This is variable. With variable income, you average it over a 2-year period. But since it went from high to low, I'm not going to average it. I'm just going to use this number here. I'm using the lower number to qualify, okay? Understand, this is the story of income. Now, their base is now $72,000. I'm not going to average it because this is a base salary, okay? Base salaries are usable immediately. You do not have to have received it for 12 months, and we can, the fancy word is annualize, we can stretch it out over the next 12 months as if they've already made it, so you can use that as their pay. Understand, and next time I'll probably come and do another video just like this, but with more calculated numbers. These were all off the top of my head when I was just doing this. Understand, don't just take the big number and divide by 12. A lot of loan officers do that, and that's why you run into problems. Itemize it, treat it individually, identify it, spend an extra 5 minutes looking at it. You'll save yourself, your client, the real estate agent a ton of time. On that note, thanks for always watching. Catch my other videos, subscribe to my YouTube page. I'll catch you later. And country roads take me home, right?